I'm on this journey to really just discover the Bible, and I decided to start with the first book, the book of Genesis. The theme of Genesis is creation, sin, and God's recreation or redemptive plan for humanity. It tells of how God created the world and then destroyed it in the flood as a result of man's disobedience. Following the flood, this new world continues to reveal human sin. However, the call of Abraham gives us hope as God, through Abraham's descendants, fulfills his promise to make him the father of a multitude of nations. The genealogies of Genesis begin with Adam and Eve, move to Cain, Abel, and Seth. Seth's line continues to Noah, who has Ham, Japheth, and Shem. Shem's line leads to Abraham, whose son is Isaac. Isaac's sons are Esau and Jacob, the twins. Jacob's line leads to the 12 sons from Rachel and Leah, as well as their servants Bilhah and Zilpah. These 12 sons would become the 12 tribes of Israel. The book of Genesis would conclude with the death of Jacob and one of his sons, Joseph. There's just so much to capture and learn from the first few chapters of Genesis. But let's just start and delve into Genesis chapter 1. Genesis 1, 1-5. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw that the light was good. And God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning the first day. This is such a beautifully written chapter. It just captures the reader's attention like any well-written novel. This omnipotent God, through his words, creates the expanses of the heaven and the earth and all its living creatures. In the beginning, let there be light, and it was good. How many times have we heard this in our lives? I've heard it so many times. I remember even joking around as a kid when I would flip a light switch on and say, "Let there be light." But to create light out of nothing, just words, is nothing short of amazing. And God repeats his affirmation of the goodness of his creation to reveal the perfect quality in all that he does. If you're following through the Bible, or with your own Bible, just let's go through the 7 days of creation. Day 1, God creates the light and separates it from the darkness, creating day and night. Day 2, he creates the skies and the seas. Day 3, he creates dry land and plant life. This could also be when he creates the tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Meaning, he created the tree before even he created man and woman. This insight definitely leads to some additional questions about God's intent to provide free will. Day 4, he creates the sun, moon, and stars. However, just to recognize that the Bible doesn't refer to them with the pagan deity names, but as the greater light and lesser light. I find the biblical choice of words to be actually more poetic. Day 5 creates every sea and winged animal. Day 6, he creates land animals, including man. And day 7, God chooses to rest from his work. To the animals, he blesses them and says, "Be fruitful and multiply." He then shares the same blessing to man and says in Genesis 1, 20-31, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the heavens and over every living thing that moves on the earth." And God said, "Behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the face of all the earth, and every tree with seed in its fruit, you shall have them for food. And to every beast of the earth, and to every bird of the heavens, and to everything that creeps on the earth, everything that has the breath of life, I have given every green plant for food." And it was so. And God saw everything that he made, and behold, it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the 6th day. All the other days, he ends it as, "It was good." This is the first time he states that his creation on day 6, or the culmination of his creations on day 6, was very good. And there was evening and there was morning the sixth day. Amen.